all the racket for?
War's over, brother. Peace broke out.
That's nice.
We just won a war, Prime Minister. And now, it appears we've lost its greatest heroine.
Lost track of her, Mom. For the time being.
Well, where is she? I understand the Lord Mayor was arranging a parade. Royal Fusiliers.
She was last seen entering a convent of nuns in Bermondsey.
Nuns? Catholic nuns?
Yes, Mom.
Are we still in England? I thought you knew the family.
I do. Highly respected people.
And yet their daughter.
I would say she was always unusual, Mom.
One bundle?
Florence! Oh. Hello, Watson. Help! Help! Help!
One dark, lonely night on Crimea's dread shore, there was bloodshed and fighting the morning before. The dead and the dying lay bleeding around, some crying for help, but none could be found. What we need is a miracle, a human miracle. We need someone to help us where we lie, to make us well, as we don't want to die. So what we need is a miracle down here right now. Then God sent his angel to succor the brave, 10,000 she saved from an untimely grave. The wounded may love her, as it can be seen. She's the soldiers' preserver. They call her their queen.
Hello, Queenie.
What we got was a miracle, a living human miracle. We got a lady when all else declared, who made us well, our rest is nothing now. What we got was a miracle to hear right now.
Rest, rest, and more rest.
Yes, thank you, Doctor. See to it.
You know what they're calling her? The soldier's preserver.
Who calls her that?
All sorts, Ma'am. It's from a song.
Really? A song about Florence? Oh, my poor brave little girl.
Come, my dear.
My beloved mother and father. How they fought to keep me at home. Fought all my plans and dreams for myself. But now that I'm a national heroine, how proud they are. They even call me brave. Brave. Brave for doing my duty. The soldiers, they were the brave ones. Lying there, strapped down, while their shattered legs were hacked off. And no chloroform for the lower ranks. I'm still in a rage about it. Still there. The tree. The little bench. The garden where all my troubles first began. Then, if scripture is to be believed, isn't a garden where all our troubles first began? I was so young. I was innocent. No thoughts of war or disease. My only struggle, how to escape from a life that was poisoning me with vanity and social expectations. But one day something happened that changed me forever. I remember sunlight so bright, too bright. Then a voice. Really, a voice. I was being asked. No, I was being told in no uncertain terms that my life belonged to God, that He had work for me to do. Yes, Lord, let me think of Thy will. Only of Thy will. Let me serve You. You alone. Well, how could I? I had to admit God's message was sadly lacking in details. What exactly was I to do? All I knew was that I was being stifled. No food for my head, no food for my heart. Slowly dying in a diet of triviality. I prayed, God, show me a way out. Teach me, tell me. And yet, when He did at last and I answered the call, oh, the things I saw. No rest for me now then. Not till the truth is told to all.
Listen to this. An American has written a poem about the war.
Everyone's writing poems about the war, dear.
Yes, well, this one's all the rage, apparently. Whene'er a noble deed is wrought, whene'er is spoken a noble thought, lo, in that house of misery, a lady with a lamp I see. She passes through the glimmering gloom and flits from room to room.
Flits? I doubt if our Florence has ever flitted in her life.
Well, Mr. Henry Wadsworth Longfellow thinks she does, so who are we to argue?
Oh,
Flora, you all right?
Florence, what are you doing downstairs?
Stop. If anyone asks me any more questions, I'll buy a revolver and shoot them. Well, anyone except the Queen. What are they saying now?
Mr. Longfellow's written a poem about you.
An entire army murdered. And what's been done about it? Absolutely nothing. Well, we shall have to see about that. And, sir...
Florence, no, not outside. You'll catch your death of cold.
At least wear a coat.
My dear Papa. Always the skeptic, never sure about anything. Though years ago, when I was struggling to discover God's will for me, he did at least try to understand my pain and help me.
Flo? I wish... If only...
If only I could be satisfied with the life that satisfies you. I can't be.
But you make it so hard for yourself.
When I heard my call, I didn't hear it would be easy.
Your call.
Papa, you've never believed in it, not for a minute. Have you?
Well,
I thought not. You don't know what struggle is. And so we continued to observe our uneasy truce.
Deuced if I see how Turkey can stand up for itself anymore.
My mother played hostess to the powerful and well-connected, and I, the dutiful daughter, attended. The men talked politics, the women talked husbands.
I hear the Bible is forbidden all over Russia.
One frequent guest was Sidney Herbert, a rising star in Parliament. He sympathized with my hopes and dreams. In years to come, I would often turn to him for help. Back then, though, my thoughts were all taken up with matters of the heart.
read that speech of yours, Sidney. Exciting stuff. But don't you think there might be a case for compromise? I mean, the Ottoman Empire...
What's your point, sir?
My point is that the sick man of Europe may be past curing.
Isn't the real point that the Tsar is a brutal tyrant and we have to stand up to tyranny wherever we find it, even at home?
Quite so. Nicely put. Anyway, I do believe that we're on a drift to war.
Well, I was talking to Palmerston the other day at our club about it.
He's full board at facing down the Ruskies.
A bit behind time.
What's that?
It's young Monckton Milnes. Become quite a regular visitor. It's useful, actually. You can set your watch by him.
He's not that young. He's practically middle-aged.
Do you know what happened on this day 5 years ago?
No.